Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to start this series of Tokyo 2021 Olympic predictions with the men's track and field side of things. So you're going to see a series of videos over the next week and a half-ish of me basically predicting who's going to basically win the gold, silver, and bronze medals, and who I think could also be possible medalists, or aka or slash my dark horse picks as well to win medals. One thing to keep in mind with these predictions is that I'm going to be doing these videos when it comes to the finals of that specific event, so I'm not going to try and be like, oh, I think this person will win, these people win these heats. I'm just going to wait till the finals come about, just about, with the exception of the 100-meter men's dash. I'm going to record that video before the semifinals happens because the semifinals and the finals happen within 2 hours of each other, and that won't be enough time to see the video and be like, well, who knows and whatnot. It's basically, that's the only exception with that, but the other finals prediction videos will be basically posted, I think, within like a day before that race happens and whatnot. But without further ado, let's get started. I'm excited to do this stuff, guys. So the Olympics have been quite intense so far, as we know, with all the other sports, but here we are, the men's 10,000 meter finals. This will be the first medal event in track and field. We do start with the men's 3,000 meter steeplechase, by the way, tomorrow night here. It starts Friday morning in Japan, but it'll be Thursday night here in the States when it airs on USA and NBC primetime. But the men's 10,000 meter race will take place early Friday morning overall. Or no, well, Friday night. Oh gosh, I'm getting these dates very mixed up, but the men's 10K finals will happen Friday night in Japan, but it'll be Friday morning here on Peacock. So once I get up Friday morning, I'm going to go watch it on Peacock. So without further ado, let's get to it. I'm going to show you the notable participants in this 10,000 meter race. We have about 26 of them overall. A couple of them dropped out. One of them of notice, a noticeable athlete that dropped out was Jeffrey Kimura, who was the former half marathon world record holder. I think he got injured recently. He was going to be one of probably my medalist picks potentially, but he's not in the race now. So we got about 26 participants. Burhanu Bellew also dropped out of the 10,000. So here we go. I know, like half the field, I have half the field here or more typed out. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of really stiff competition in this race. The 10,000 meters this year has been quite intense with some really fast times. Let's start with Ethiopia, because Ethiopia, I absolutely think, has the strongest team going into the 10K. Look at these times here and look at the participants. You got Barehu Aragawi, Selaman Barega, and Yomif Kejelcha, who have all ran very fast this year and in years past. Selaman Barega's got quite a bit of world championship experience, of course, running in Doha. So same thing with Kejelcha. Aragawi's a very young competitor. I think he's I want to say he's 19 or 20 years old, but the talent is certainly there. You also have world stage experience with these runners as well. So Ethiopia's probably got the best chance of having multiple guys medal in this race. But you also got the 10K road record holder in this race, Ronex Kipruto, who's taking Jeffrey Kimura's spot. I love Kipruto. He's a very fast runner. He ran 26:24 on the roads in the 10K. I really like his strong running style. He's a very, very powerful runner. Josh Cheptic, guy's probably the favorite in this race. He's, of course, the world record holder in the 10,000 meters overall, 26:11. We can't forget that, of course, from October of last year when he ran that phenomenal world record time, breaking the old record by 6 seconds. That was Kenenisa Bekele's old record. Jacob Kiblimo, his Ugandan teammate, Jacob Kiblimo ran the 7th fastest 10,000 meter in history back in May at the Ostrava Golden Spike Series with a time of 26:33 high. That was an impressive performance. He closed the second half in 13:05. Jacob Kiblimo, very, very dangerous. He's only 20 years old. Grant Fisher from the United States. I like Grant Fisher because dude's a strong runner. He's got such great form. It's real smooth. I remember when he was in high school, I think he's one of the only few high schoolers in the U.S. that got to break 4 minutes in a mile. So Grant Fisher's not one to mess around with. Same thing goes with Woody Kincaid. The one thing I like about Woody Kincaid is his closing speed. He's got a very lethal kick. If it's anybody's race, I would watch out for him especially. He's ran 27:12 this year back in February at a meet in California. Mark Scott from Britain, another noticeable participant in here. He's a very fast runner as well, clocking 27:10 this year already. Akira Aizawa of Japan, of course, going to have the home representation for him. He's got the national Japanese record, 10K record overall, so he's definitely proved himself too. One participant that's pretty interesting to me is Muhammad Ahmed from Canada. This guy's he's a really versatile runner. One of the better versatile runners in this pack. He's also a 5,000 meter specialist. He's ran 12:47, which is the 11th fastest 5,000 meter time in history. He's bronzed in Doha in the 5K before. He's a very fast runner. I do like his strength and his speed overall. Aaron Keifel of Eritrea, very fast person. He's ran 27:09. That was a few years ago, but I think he could be there with the pack too, given his previous past times. You remember him, Kripa of Italy, and then Zohair Talbi of Morocco. He actually outkicked Emmanuel Bohr and Joe Klecker in a race earlier this year. Although his PR is the slowest of these participants, of the noticeable ones, I wouldn't count him out either. But let's get to your medalists, shall we? Now, it's going to be a little shocking with the bronze medalists because this was so hard to predict. And look, don't take this so seriously. Look, I'm just predicting stuff. I like to do these kind of videos. If you've seen me do March Madness stuff with college basketball, you guys know I like to do these videos overall. But I figured why not and have some fun with it. Do some predictions with the Olympics. It's Olympics. I mean, it's finally here, of course, and we're just getting started with it. My bronze medalist is actually Woody Kincaid of the USA. Well, going back to what I was talking about with beating anybody's race, the dude can drop a fast last lap. If it's within his range, I know very well he's very capable of closing very fast. Now, I want to make one note too. This is something I forgot to note. The weather in Tokyo is not going to be perfect. It's going to be it's going to be more than less ideal overall. It's going to be less than ideal running weather. It's going to be hot and humid. I think it's supposed to be the upper 80s on Friday. There's a chance of storms. There's a typhoon nearby and everything else. So really going to affect the race. I think everyone's going to run a little slower, potentially. There's also the chance that everyone runs a little slower than they usually can because of the humidity and heat. But I wouldn't put it past ourselves for Kincaid to, not medal overall. The thing is, Kincaid, I think he's got a shot. I really think he can definitely win a medal. I think if any of the U.S. participants have a chance to win a medal, I think it's Kincaid, but Grant Fisher's right there too. But Kincaid, he's got such a mean kick. I mean, blistering fast pace in the last lap. I was originally going to put Ronix Caputo or Josh Cheptegei here, but after further analysis, I even was thinking about putting Muhammad Ahmed at bronze, but Kincaid, I guess, made the most sense for me. Like I said, though, I'm just doing this, more for fun, but, I'm just giving him my shot, You gotta have at least one Ethiopian medaling in this. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be Selman Barega. Now, Yomif Kajelcha could easily medal too, but I was originally gonna have both of them medal, but at the same time, I'm thinking, well, I think one is gonna medal because I think it's gonna be so close during the race. I think it's gonna be closer than we think. Then again, you're gonna have your select few go out, I think it's going to come down to more of a tactician race. It's going to be probably based more on a lot of tactics than just flat out killing everyone with your speed because of the weather. But we'll see who makes pace honest and who wants to go out and really hammer it home. But Salman Barega, I think his experience by itself with the world stage overall and what he's been able to accomplish automatically makes him a threat to even win the gold medal, I think. But winning the gold medal, in my opinion, I think it's going to be Jacob Kiblimo. I really, really like Kiblimo. He's a really strong runner. The dude is so talented. Like, he really is. I after watching his 10,000 meter performance in Ostrava earlier this year, it freaking blew me away. This dude he's crazy fast. Like, the strength he has when it comes down to it, he did a lot of that work by himself. They had a couple pacers during the race, but it's like, I mean, Barano Bello was in the race too, but I mean, he dropped him with like, how many, like, what, 2 miles to go or whatnot? I don't know. It was just like, wow. Kiblimo is a threat to win the gold medal. Cheptegei could easily medal too. We'll get to my other possible medalist predictions here in a moment, but oh my goodness, like, Kiblimo is such a really powerful runner, and at his current age, I mean, goodness, I mean, who knows what he can do in the future, but those are my medalist predictions. Here's who else I think could medal as well. Josh Cheptegei's star, of course, but he hasn't ran a 10,000 meter race this year. We can't gauge his 10,000 meter fitness. He ran a 5,000 meter race in like 12:55, but I remember watching a video about that race, the same one that Jakob Ingebrigtsen ended up running the world leading time in for the 5,000 meters in this year. And Cheptegei was going out strong. He ended up falling off to like 6th, 7th place. I'm like, okay. Yoma Kajelcha easily can medal too. Any Ethiopian can medal in this race. I really think they could. Barehu Aragawi, Mohamed Ahmed, Ronox Capruto easily can medal. A Kenyan hasn't won a gold medal, I think, in this race in a long time. I don't remember the year, but it was a long time ago. Fun fact. Akira Aizawa, definitely, I think, a possible medalist in this. I think a lot of it because of the fact that he's in his home country, of course, for this one, and maybe giving them extra motivation for his people overall. Of course, you're not going to have fans in the stands, really, but I think with him representing his country and being in Tokyo, I think it's going to give him extra motivation and potentially get that push through the mental, physical barrier just enough to medal. But that's pretty much it for this video. That's how this video is going to go. It's going to slightly alter a bit with the layout overall. Like, future videos will be like, okay, medalists here, and a couple guys who I think can medal. Of course, because other races won't quite have that many participants. Like the 100 up through the 800 will be only 8 participants in the finals themselves. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications if you're new overall. I'm going to have the men's marathon prediction video, I think Friday. I'm not sure. Tomorrow or Friday I'm going to record it, just depending, because tomorrow I'm going to be kind of busy with stuff. Got some weather issues coming up possibly for Thursday. But yeah. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, we're getting the ball rolling through the Olympics.